Okay, before I start the video, everyone, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also make sure to subscribe to my side channel. It's called X Zodiac 85X Mobile, and you can find it from the homepage of my YouTube channel. So, let's go ahead and get this video started, everyone.
Plants don't feel pain. They don't have a brain. They don't have a nervous system. But let's say you actually think they do. Then all the more reason to be vegan, because vegans consume less plants because they're not filtered through animals first. So if you care about plants, be vegan. Start now.
Okay, you're not a plant, so you wouldn't know. The body of a plant is different than the body of an animal. They respond differently. And as a matter of fact, they drink like we do. Not exactly like we do, but they drink through their roots. And they also can communicate with other plants, and they react to stimuli. And also, they've been able to hear the screams of plants through laser-like microphones. And they've been able to hear the screams of plants. Like when they deprived a tomato plant of water, they were able to hear the screams from the tomato plant. And also, there are creatures in the ocean that are half plant and half animal. They are known as planimals. And wouldn't it be weird that only part of their body can feel pain and not the other part? I mean, think about it.
I was literally hospitalized and I almost died from malnutrition for being forced to be vegan by my mother.
I'm sorry that your mother didn't feed you properly. It's not okay to feed your kids just chips and Coke. But nobody ever dies from being vegan.
You just don't want to believe that people do get sick from being vegan. You don't want to believe that. Yes, there are people that are living that are vegan, but they're on multiple supplements to even survive that kind of diet. It's not a diet you can leisurely be on like if you were eating meat. I mean, obviously, if you drink too much carrot juice on a daily basis, you would get liver toxicity. And that's deadly because you can end up dying from liver toxicity. You don't know if they were just eating chips and Coke or not. They might have been eating other vegetables. But if they were to tell you they were eating other vegetables, you would probably call them a liar and tell them that they were a troll. Because that's how conspiracies work.
So you must not confuse the two. There are millions of people walking around the world who are either in the Olympics or just regular people who are vegan, and they're doing great.
Okay, there might be millions of vegans walking around, but there's not millions of vegans in the Olympics. Like, I legit Googled the Olympics and the elite athletes, and I couldn't even find 100 of them. Combined searching that stuff up, I couldn't find 100.
I suggest that you try again. This is Nimai Delgado. He looks pretty healthy to me, and he never eats any meat or any cheese. He never drinks cow's milk. He never eats eggs.
That's dangerous. You just can't tell someone to try again after they were hospitalized because of it, and you're going to tell them try again? That's not very smart. And also, Nimai Delgado wasn't vegan until 2015. He was raised vegetarian. So he had milk and eggs. Even if it says online that he never had meat in his whole life, he had eggs. He had milk and eggs. And even though eggs aren't considered meat, it still has the same nutrients because it's a byproduct.
The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has confirmed it, that you can be healthy at all stages of development. Pregnant moms, lactating moms, and children, teenagers, even grandparents. Everyone can be healthy if they eat properly.
You don't know this. Not everyone can go vegan. Some people are allergic to nuts or soy, and some people need higher amounts of iron. If everyone could go vegan, there would be no need for supplements. Then you could be vegan without supplements. A lot of vegans say, well, I'm vegan without supplements. No, you're eating fortified food. The supplements are in there, buddy. And babies can't be vegan. They drink mother's milk, and guess what? That's not vegan either. Because a lot of vegans say that milk is so bad for us, we should avoid it. But yet the babies need it. And no, they're not built differently.
So I found out the vegan teacher went after Charlie D'Amelio on YouTube, and I realized Charlie D'Amelio has nothing to do with vegan teacher at all. And it gets me because it's like, She's going after people who have nothing to do with her at all.
That's because she wants clout. That's why she goes after big TikTokers and YouTubers. That's why she went after Charlie D'Amelio on TikTok, and why she also went after Gordon Ramsay on TikTok and other big TikTokers. And then she went after Dream on YouTube. She doesn't go after kind of big channels. She goes after really big channels. Because she figures if she can trigger their audience, she'll get all the clout she wants. But the problem is, she keeps getting banned on TikTok. So I think they're kind of tired of it. Also, the person that you just seen was Fire Twilight from TikTok. If you want to check out her YouTube channel, I'll go ahead and leave a link for it for you guys.
When animal rights activists say that animals deserve a Bill of Rights, we're not saying that they should have the right to vote. What we are saying is that they have a right to their body integrity.
See, that's not the thing. It's not just about not being able to vote, not having to be able to process that thought. Because they can't process that thought. It's giving them their own rights to their own integrity. Are you kidding me? They couldn't use those rights if they wanted to. They can't say, I don't want to be eaten. See, the whole point is they need the ability to use those rights. They have to be able to stand up for themselves. There has to be some way that they can use those rights, but they don't have the brain capacity to do so. They can't. Like, I never heard you talking about saving the ants and saving the flies. Like, is it because the only insects you care about are bees? I mean, you do swat at flies, even if they're not attacking you. They're just trying to land on you. And you swat at them. And also, I notice how you like to use the word speciesist a lot. Then, if you're calling us speciesist, then wouldn't you be speciesist for picking favorites when it comes to insects? Like, you'll literally try to save a spider, but swat at a fly?
This is just a little reminder for you guys that dogs can be vegan. And if you want to look into getting some pet food, go to vgrrr.com.
Dogs are not supposed to be vegan. It's not a thing to make your dog vegan. They're omnivores, and they come from wolves, which are carnivores. And think about this. You're not supposed to change your dog's diet instantly. You're supposed to slowly introduce it. So let's just say you give your dog a vegan diet, and he eats an entire piece of chicken or steak that he finds. Let's just say he finds a good chunk of meat, and he eats it. What do you think is going to happen? Now, I'm not talking about Bella in general. I'm talking to every vegan that is trying to force their dogs to go vegan. But anyways, it's dangerous to instantly change your dog's diet just like that. So if you're giving them vegan food and that dog eats a good chunk of meat, a decent amount, yeah, you could injure your dog because your dog's not used to that. And remember, dogs naturally will go after meat. Dogs love meat. So that's why it's so dangerous to put a dog on a vegan diet. And not just because they'll be lacking nutrients that they would normally get from meat itself. It's because what happens if they accidentally get a hold of some meat while you have them on the vegan diet?
It's VG with 3 R's.com. And read the articles that are posted on that site. Have a look around. Look at the different brands they have. Even cats.
Are you kidding me? Even cats? Cats are obligate carnivores. They can't go vegan. And guess what? Most vegetables are poisonous to cats. How are you giving your cat the proper nutrients on a vegan diet? And also, it's really dangerous. Cats can go blind or die on a vegan diet.
I know it sounds crazy. I know exactly what you're thinking. How is this possible? And I thought the same things that you guys thought until I educated myself. There's no need to worry. What cats and dogs need is the proper nutrients. It doesn't have to be in the form of a dead animal.
Isn't that the point? On feeding an animal closest to what it naturally survives on in the wild? you're supposed to give it that kind of food. If an animal eats meat, you're supposed to give it meat. If an animal's an herbivore, you give it plant-based. But here's the thing. You can't just make a cat go vegan because what's in the meat is known as taurine. And you can't replicate that in vegan food. Vegan cat food is very dangerous because they need it from meat. You can't replicate that. That's why vegan cat food is very dangerous for a cat. As for dogs, most dogs may not be carnivores, but they're still omnivores. And it's always best to feed them what they would naturally eat. So that's why in dog food it contains essential meats and vegetables that dogs need. Anyways, I basically touched up on everything I wanted to say in this video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And keep up with all my videos. And remember to check out my side channel, guys. And I'll see you next time.